So, the last week in AI has been pretty wild. Grok's chatbot got itself into some serious trouble after people started editing images in ways no one expected.
It's hard to believe how quickly things escalated. Once that edit image button went live, reports just flooded in about users misusing it to create sexualized photos of women and even children.
Yeah, and what's crazy is how fast the complaints piled up on X, formerly Twitter. It wasn't just a handful, this was a deluge.
People clearly felt something was deeply wrong. The idea that anyone could manipulate photos that way, especially involving minors, is just alarming on so many levels.
What struck me was how quickly Grok responded. They posted, acknowledging that some of their safeguards hadn't worked, and said fixes were coming as soon as possible.
Their response sounded urgent, but also pretty reactive. And honestly, it makes you wonder how something like this made it past their initial checks.
Exactly when you're dealing with powerful tools that can edit images, you've got to anticipate these risks. It feels like the feature was rushed out.
I get wanting to innovate, but if the right protections aren't in place, stuff like this is almost inevitable. The stakes are just too high when real people can be harmed.
All this backlash didn't stay local either. Governments in places like France and India jumped in almost immediately.
France got its media regulator, Arcom, involved to see if Grok's generated content followed the EU's Digital Services Act. That's no small thing, those laws are strict.
And then India ordered X to report back within just 72 hours about what they're doing to stop this kind of content. It's pretty clear the world's watching closely.
It shows how global these digital platforms have become and how governments are trying to catch up and hold tech accountable.
What's tricky is that as these AI tools get more creative, it gets harder to draw the line and police what's allowed.
That's so true. When anyone can alter an image with a click, filters and moderators have to work overtime. And some content, like CSAM, is not just wrong, it's straight up illegal.
Exactly. Plus, there's always some user looking for loopholes or ways to push the limits. It puts a ton of pressure on developers to get it right the first time.
And unfortunately, when mistakes slip through, the consequences can be really serious not just for the company, but for the people whose images are abused.
So, where do we go from here? Features like image editing have huge potential, but clearly, safety has to come first.
I feel like it's a wake-up call. Companies need to build in strict guardrails from day one, not after a scandal blows up. Maybe that means more time in testing or even outside oversight.
That makes sense. And maybe tech platforms should be more open about how their safeguards work, so users and regulators know what to expect.
Transparency could really help, because if trust is lost, it's tough to win back, and with AI, the stakes just keep rising. Hopefully, this leads to smarter, safer innovation down the road.